back with another review of Baby Reindeer. This time, episode 5. I'm kind of annoyed with this guy. What is his name? Donnie? Donnie? What's going on? I know, like, episode 4 was very traumatic. Tough subject matter for what we were talking about within the show. But now we're on episode 5, and it's very clear, for reasons unknown, unbeknownst. It kind of makes sense because you're a little bit of trauma informed, but like why he makes decisions that he does. But he starts to have Stockholm syndrome. I can't pronounce the word. Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. Like he's identifying with his abuser and kind of misses them. Like he keeps tabs. Like first Martha is doing the most and there's some time away, but she's still messaging him, becoming more aggressive. But then like once the police are involved, it kind of slows down, and he keeps saying like the police don't do anything, but he's not giving the full story. And I think it's so important to like when he goes forward and he does inform law enforcement, give them the full picture. And even when he does that, he still doesn't give them the full picture. But he doesn't tell them like the assault that she did to Terry. She doesn't say the groping and all this other shit because he has feelings for it's complex. And so Terry was very right. She didn't say it in the previous episode, but she said it in the one prior that he kind of gets enjoyment out of the validation that Martha gives him, especially with something like comedy when the shows aren't really as good. Nobody's very engaging. But it's not even that person is good for you, but that person is consistent in your life, that you do have these strong feelings toward them. And he's angry at times, because especially like when she said that, I think his ex-girlfriend said like, hey, somebody throw a Coke in my face. She's like, yo, is it a Diet Coke? And not really having any sympathy or affection toward it and making jokes of it. But he never talks about his own situation and how he doesn't step up to the forefront, So he goes to police again. He only mentions the emails. He doesn't mention the bigger picture, Terry calls him out on that bullshit. Like, man, you got to tell them the full picture. Then he does. They get the name. Then they know it's a serious things based on what things that she did in the past. And policeman, he's very cynical. He's very easy to pick and bully other people. But he doesn't take accountability about like the stuff was going on in his personal life. It kind of reminds me of like when we told like, hey, the person may be a bully, they may be doing this, but they always have something going on in his personal life. He's very much a reflection of that. And yeah, his identification with Martha is being tied to his libido. Not even be able to have sexual intercourse or do different things with Terry because of his attraction to Martha. And it's kind of weird because like I don't know whether to blame him per se, or is it because of the trauma and stuff that he endured that he has these feelings towards Martha, or a combination of both. But there is a clear-cut wrong and right. Like, yes, there are some things that did happen in his past, and I'm not downplaying anything of that happened. But he it's because like those things that happened to it, he puts everyone else's feelings and emotions at expense to prioritize his own. He's very selfish in that retrospect, And the attraction to Martha is very weird. It's very weird. Here's somebody that was hijacking your life, doing these different things, hurting people around you, and now you're giving them, even if it's knowingly and unknowingly, that sexual gratification, and it's doing those things for them. I'm very disgusted. I'm very angry. Even when he was in that interview, she's like, hey, did she leave something? Did she do this? Did she do that? He's checking the email and stuff like that. So she became as such a part of his routine. It felt kind of weird, and it felt like a sense of vulnerability that I haven't really seen on screen. Like, it was someone really bears their heart out and they say how they feel about certain issues. It feels like those conversations where you have with a friend, like a very close friend, that you wouldn't have with, let's say, family or a partner or whatever. And it feels so vulnerable, so raw. It's uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Look forward to seeing what the next episode presents itself with, especially after seeing that it ends with his family getting a call that he's in a car crash and some other shit that happened. So yeah, I'd like to see how things progress and like what's really going on. But yeah, without further ado, that concludes my episode 5 review. Subsequently doing 6 and 7 to just see what's going on. Okay? If you like the video, leave a like, comment down below. What are your thoughts? And as always, jaritos on me. Ciao.